Salve! This is Latin with Livia, and today I'm going to teach you how to pronounce classical Latin vowels. Each classical Latin vowel can be either long or short, and long and short vowels are pronounced differently, so it's important to take note. In textbooks and dictionaries, long vowels are distinguished by a line over them that we call a macron. So here's an example of an A with a macron over it, and that's how we know this is the long A. Right, so time to learn these pronunciations. Long A in Latin makes an ah sound, kind of like in the English father. So I have three sample Latin words here. We have mater, fama, and negavi. Short A is an ah sound, like English cup. Here we have casa, amant, and suxum. Long E makes an A sound. This is kind of like what we have in English save, but you want to be careful because in English we often add a Y sound to the end of A. So like A. Don't do that in Latin. In Latin, it's a pure vowel. It's just going to be A. Our sample words are cena, debere, and matres. Short E is like E in bed. So we have penna, said, and gente. Long I makes an E sound like in feet. So we have sidus, misi, and vita. Short I is like the I in pig. So I. We have incipio, veritas, ille. Long O is an O sound, kind of like in English drove, but just like we saw earlier with the A sound, in English we often diphthongize this. So we add a W to our O. We say O. Don't do that in Latin. We want to make this a pure O sound. So our examples are mos, pono, and voces. Short O makes an aw sound. And in my dialect of American English, I use this sound in the word dog and in the word thought. Maybe you use it for different words, depending on what dialect you speak. So we're going to have aw, as in collis, potest, tempora. Long U makes an oo sound, like in food. So we have moose, fortuna, and unus. Short U is an sound, like in put. So here our example words are portus, sunt, and puer. Now we need to look at Y, and Y is not a native Latin vowel. We're going to see Y show up in loan words from Greek. This sound doesn't exist in English. It sounds like this, U, and basically what you want to do is shape your lips like you're about to say ooh, but instead of saying ooh, say e. As a result, you get ooh. If you speak French, for instance, this is the ooh sound that we hear in tu. So our example words are Dionysus, Keux, and groups. Short I is pronounced pretty much exactly the same. Short Y is pronounced pretty much exactly the same as long Y, but it's just a little shorter. So we have Aegyptus, Nympha, and Tyrannus. And those are our classical Latin vowels. If you want to learn even more about classical Latin pronunciation, make sure you check out the link in the description because I have a whole post on this where I go into a lot more detail. And that's it for today. Vale!